Hello, welcome to the Working Canine University. Today I have my assistant Stitch with me, and we're going to be going over different types of alerts, whether it's cardiac issues, brain issues, anxiety issues, whatever your medical diagnosis is, or whatever symptoms you have, they actually are very similar to other medical conditions. So we're going to go over the physicality symptoms that you might experience and how you can alert for them, whether that be something like um, knee shaking or like arm scratching, whether it's gait changes or shifting when you walk or sit or stand, whether it's being unable to bend over or needing to crouch. Whatever your physical symptom is, we're going to show you a way you can practice an alert for it. Okay, so I have my assistant here, and we're going to begin with just stuff that's on the chair. So maybe like leg shaking. Yes, good boy. It's a very common one. Yes, good boy. And then you're going to release your dog. Free. And then you're going to start again. Now, if your dog does not know this, how you're going to start them off very easily is you're just going to pair the two. So you're going to leg shake and then touch and then feed them as they touch you. Now, if you need your dog to learn how to not touch your hand and actually touch a body part, that will be a separate video called the blue sticky note. It's not actually blue sticky note, it's blue duct tape, but vice versa. It started off a long time ago as a blue sticky note. But now, so I'll do this one a few other times. Yes, good boy. Oh, let's do the paw. Say you want your dog to paw, then you just say paw, good boy. Or if you want your dog to touch or nudge, nudge. Yes, good boy. You can do whatever alert you want your dog to do. It's very different what they do versus what you want them to do. So say if he pawed and I didn't want him to paw for whatever reason, you would not reward that. You would tell them and wait for them to do the other one. So like for most people who have some type of mobility issue and have mobility symptoms, which we'll go over, your dog might paw, but say you want them to touch. We are not going to reward pawing. Yes, say on their own, much later from now, they choose to paw because, say, you didn't listen, you were stubborn, or things escalate and it's much more severe and they are stressed out. They get to choose that, unfortunately, but our goal is to really reinforce the behaviors we want instead of just taking whatever they give us, because it's going to get much worse when your dog accelerates the command. So I'm going to do, let's see, we did a sitting one. Let's do like a leg shaky. So like for this, you're scratching, you're getting uncomfortable, maybe your skin is on fire, stitch, nudge, and you're going to get, I want nice pressure, good boy. And then you're going to release. I'll do that again. Yes, good boy. And then you can either reward them on the thing, away from the thing, or release them. It doesn't really matter. The point, you're just pairing. I want good pressure. And don't be afraid to not hold out a reinforcer until they give you good pressure. I didn't do anything yet. Yes, good boy. So things like that, or maybe like, yes, good boy. I'm going to reward whatever just to show you guys. Yes, good boy. But you get to decide what you can and cannot deal with in the actual episode of that moment. So say some people prefer paw, some people prefer a nose nudge. It just really depends. So that's like sitting things. If there's any more that you'd want me to demonstrate, just let me know. Now, the next thing might be, say you are shuffling. Oh, okay, good. And you're just really struggling, like right there. For someone who had any mobility issue, the way he moved and hit really good pressure, I went like that. So that's a thing to consider, where it's like, good boy. And then also don't be afraid. Yes, good boy. Once they start doing good, you want to hold out for a little bit. Yes, good boy. So that they understand, okay, this isn't just a single second thing. Did you just, sir, very rude. Yes, your dog may escalate things on their own if they feel like they're not being taken seriously. Unfortunately, that's just, if you have a good shmup who cares very deeply, they will escalate things. Now, when just practicing, you can choose to ignore it or not. Touch. But you will probably need to prompt your dog. You will need to tell them what you want. So like I'm going to maybe shuffle, touch, good boy. And I might do some like other things paired with it. Whatever in the moment you're experiencing, precursor to the actual episode, you want them to care this much about it. Because say that gives you, that's the difference between you needing to be carted out in an ambulance and you being able to get somewhere safely on your own so that things don't get worse. So we have sitting, some standing things. We'll go over like bending down and like having to squat, some counterbalance stuff. However, I do preface this: if your dog is under 2 years old, you are not putting any pressure on your dog. Before your dog works on any counterbalance or mobility training, your dog needs to be vetted by a vet to do hips and elbow x-ray, depending on your breed. But for most breeds, if they're going to be working and doing any type of mobility, they should really be vetted first. You don't know what type of skeletal structure they have. If they're not sound, that could really injure your dog. So just, that's a notice. Hello, sir. So what I'm going to do is have some like potential gait issues, and then show you how I would prompt my dog into doing some light counterbalance just for some basic bracing support in those moments. Now, if it's a severe mobility issue or a severe counterbalance need, you're going to have to do this with an assistant, with a much larger dog to do those things. We won't get into that at this moment, but that's a different video altogether. So what I'm going to do, and there is online if you want to check if your dog is okay to do these types of tasks. You can go online and check like service dog handler to dog weight and height reference, and then it'll show you based off your height and weight and your dog's height and weight what they would need to be to do light mobility versus like medium mobility versus like heavy mobility. Obviously, the bigger your dog is, the safer it is for them to do any type of mobility, but bracing and counterbalance tends to be like pretty light, pretty easy. It's just like a little extra support. So here we have it. I'm going to like, uh-oh, and you really want to exaggerate. Uh-oh, and then you're going to lure your dog into a stand, but they're leaning. If your dog has any practice doing block and cover, this is the time where that will shine or be reinforced. We're not calling it that though. Just because that's a separate task. This will become its own task, where the cue is you stumbling and them being there for a little extra support free. Or you say you are not allowed to bend down, but you don't listen. And you're like, oh, I need to pick this up. This way. Now I'm doing all this, as you can see, I'm going out of my way to do it right-handed because I don't want both hands gross. But you're going to notice that you're going to stick to a side based off your whichever hand is dominant. But you want to practice with both, just in case, like in a situation like that where it's like awkward. It's more efficient to practice with both. But I'm just, for video purposes, just showing you with my right hand. The next thing is, say you are doing, you need some light bracing to get up. So I always start in a sit, and I'm teaching them the same thing. We want a nice, good stand. And then I'll show you. You want them parallel to you, and you want their shoulder right where your hand can rest easily. And you're going to reward them this entire time for being touched right in between the shoulder blades where they have the most support. And then you're going to gently like rely on them as you get up. Now I will show you that on the ground as well. Move, move, move. Right here. Uh-oh. I'm on the floor and I need help. So how you're going to do this, say you don't have something up against you, you want them to be standing ideally close to you so you can use them, and then you're feeding them this whole time, and then you're going to have more snacks as you slowly get up. And you want to reward duration, because say you have a cardiac issue or a autonomic, whatever the issue is where you might get dizzy, you want them to understand that they have to stand still like that for a long time so that it doesn't displace you and then potentially have you fall on them. That's very important. Duration in these commands are crucial. The next thing might be, we're running out of snacks here, so let's do one where you're sitting. So this one I actually am not going to have snacks right away. So I'm going to be down here. And you want to start off with your dog in front. In a sit. We do not do that. Oh my goodness. Thank you. But over here. I have no snacks for you right this moment. You will need snacks. This might helpful if someone else does it for you. For the purpose of this video, I will have a snack. And you're going to have your dog come right here. You might have to reward your dog for this as well. And you're going to bring yourself forward so you can help yourself pick up. Now, just for this position, they will be in a sit. But to do anything else, they need to be in a stand. Hello, sir. You have to work now. Stand. And then you can help yourself up. Good boy. Now, if you're doing this and you just want them to, like say they're doing DBT and you need the head support, that's a different thing, where you're going to get down, you're going to get all the best snacks. So you want them to, whether you're having your legs out or up, your dog's going to be on you, and you just reward them for you laying down. Now, it also goes by their height, but you want them to be comfortable with you being this close, and lots of snacks. And then you release them, you are free. Thank you, sir. Yes, thank you. Okay, no kisses, please. And there you have it. I hope this helps. I'll see you next time. Bye. You're free. You're free. Okay. I know. The kitties are good. No, you're just a good, hardworking boy. Yes. You work so hard. The best, baby. Okay, good. Oh, good boy. Oh, best boy. Okay, you can lick the bowl. You ate all your foods. You're so good.